Well, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Minecraft for our survival series. Alright, I think we should just get right into it, honestly, because, of course, as some of you may have seen from the post I made previously on my channel, I didn't do an episode last week. I was just so occupied with other things that I needed to do that I ended up not having time to record and not really having the motivation to record, at least for that week. But now we are back, and now we can get ourselves back into the routine again. On that note, I think we should get started by putting up some more signs to write down our goals for this episode. Of course, last time we failed to successfully find magma cream. Excuse me on the pronunciation of all those words. Had a little bit of a moment there. Because, as it turns out, those magma cubes that drop them are not only extraordinarily hard to find, but also they don't seem to drop them very frequently. So, we're going to have to... I plan to try and do it again in this episode, but we're just going to have to try some alternative methods to try and actually get more magma cubes to spawn. I'll show you that when we get there. Regardless, the first thing that I have to write down is... build a raised platform, not platform, in center. This area over here, which last episode we sort of flattened and prepared for any structures, is the one that I want to focus on in this episode. My grand idea is to build some sort of structure where it's a bunch of platforms stacked on top of each other. Kind of in the style of our farm, but for utility purposes, animals, what have you. I feel like it'd be a much more efficient way to store a lot of things, and of course we could make that storage that's a different area, of course. Like that is very secure storage. This would be a little bit easier to access, or whatever we choose to put in there, depending on how many levels we put in. We'll have the room for it, hopefully. That's the grand building ambition for this episode, at least. What else did I have? I wanted to mine more diamonds, and I'm probably going to use the remainder of our TNT for that, because I do want to just expand past the initial tunnel, and so I'll probably go into the mine shafts or some of the caves on the sides and blow them open to see if we can find any more gems that we need. I think we got a few in a previous episode, but I don't think it was enough. Okay. And I think I just have one more huge goal for this episode. Not really huge, just one more goal that I think is notable to write down, because I wanted to replace the flowers in front of my house that I neglected to place back last time, but I forgot. So we'll do that this episode. It'll take very little time. Might as well not even write it down. The only other large thing I want to do this episode is building a giant star. Of course, you know I'm a star, so... I want to have some representation of myself in this world, which I don't think we've really had yet. I mean, of course, we've had our pets, and they've been named after that, sort of, but I don't know, I just like the idea of having a physical representation of myself and the channel, I suppose. I'll have to figure out where exactly to build that. Maybe this flat wall will be a good place to put it, but that'll probably come later, because I want to get some of the other things out of the way first. Put away my notebook. Literally throwing it on the floor. So professional today. Anyway, I think the first thing we should do, honestly, is... well, our wheat's not really looking harvestable yet, but our melons most certainly are. So, let's get these, just have a snack for the road. Of course, we do have a bunch of steak in our inventory, and I think we might even have more to cook up on our storage site. But it's nice to have some variety. I guess I'll get our pumpkins as well. Just anything that looks remotely harvestable, which is really just our melons and pumpkins at this point, because the wheat, potatoes, and carrots, they just don't look like they're quite ready yet. I mean, a few of them are, but I want to wait until I can do a real full harvest. Hope you can understand. Now, I'm going to go out here, actually, and I don't have any wheat to feed our sheep, but they seem to be doing well enough for themselves anyway. In this field of nature, I'm going to go harvest our sugarcane. Because, it's looking mostly grown. I mean, it's looking grown enough to the point where I will definitely get at least a gain out of it. All of them have grown at least one. So we will get something out of this. Now, sugarcane is really most useful for paper to us at this point, since we are frequenting bookshelves to try and upgrade our enchantment table. But I know it has other purposes. Of course, making sugar is one of them. And we haven't actually done that yet. At least not enough to where it's been used as a resource. I know that there are a few things you can make with sugar. I've made a cake with it before, but that was, of course, in the Lost episode 14 that never saw the light of day, excuse me. Body's fighting against me again. I did make a cake, but I don't know if I want to make another one. The one other thing I know you can make with sugar, besides potions of speed, is pumpkin pie. And for that, we need a resource that I don't know that we actually have any of currently, and that resource is egg. Eggs. Not just egg, not omnipotent single egg, but multiple eggs. Because if we want to make multiple pies, which would really be one of the other uses for our, one of the only uses for our pumpkins, we would have to get eggs. And we do not have chickens. Namely because I don't really recall ever seeing chickens around here. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was putting away the sugar cane, which goes in here. We have so much of it. We have 5 stacks practically. So we are going to have to come up with a use for that very soon. I think, really, we should probably make more bookshelves because I know that we still need to level up our, whatever it's called, enchantment table. So we'll just make a ton of paper. Whoops, I don't even know what I just pressed there, but it canceled that whole sequence. 21 books, that'll make us 7 bookshelves, assuming we have enough wood, which it doesn't look like we do, so it's time to go harvest some trees, I think. Probably from our little grotto over here. We'll just replant, of course, after all the leaves have fallen. Might as well use the resource that we assigned for ourselves, because I want to get this enchantment table leveled up to whatever its maximum is. I don't know if it has a maximum, but we will hopefully hit it eventually. Maybe soon. Who knows, really? Chopping down the trees. I'll get these outside ones first, because these ones will have more room to replace them, really, so I'll remember their placement better, or we'll be able to make it better. Who knows? All I know is they're less frequently placed over here, so it gives me more room to like think about their placement and whatnot. I don't know if 20 is going to be enough. I'll get a little more. You never know. It's always good to have more of it, because might as well. I have so many trees planted that there's no reason not to go and grab a bunch of them. Because we can just replant, of course. I think we have saplings in stock, and of course these will drop saplings as they decay naturally. I cannot see anything, and it's not even fully nighttime yet, so we need to get back into our base of operations and get into the comfort of the light, or more likely just go to sleep in game and make the night go away instantly. That sounds preferable, I think. Just grab whatever saplings are being dropped, which there are plenty. We'll just replant, probably after this is all decayed. Grab these. There we go. Looks like we got about 6, 8. Okay. I mean, that's better, really. Having more saplings is nice. Go inside. I don't even know what I think I just missed the button and my character did like a weird thing with their axe. Not quite clear what happened there, but it's fine, whatever the case. Let's go in here, make a bunch of wood planks. Like, seriously in excess. Oh, we just need 1 stack. Alright, it only makes 7. Totally forgot about that. And you can double click, yeah. That new crafting system is really a lifesaver. I'm so glad that they added that. Now, how am I going to do this? I know there's a way you can do it where it's better, but I don't know what that way is. I think you have to have like a circle around it that's free. I'm going to move this anvil because I think having this corner would be good. I would put it here, but that totally blocks my chest, so I guess I'm just gonna leave it for now. We'll put it there. Let's see what level that gets us up to, if I even have anything that can be enchanted. 30, okay. That's a nice round number. Sounds good to me. Put away all of our other random stuff. Of course, I will have to reorganize, probably go put it all up in the deep storage. And I need to replace this anvil. That's the thing I forgot. I don't just want to have an anvil in my inventory. Where am I going to put that? You know what? I'll put it over here, next to the furnaces. Yeah, no, I don't have anything in there, I don't think. So now we can go up here, find my bedroom, which I totally forgot where it was, go to sleep, and it should be daytime soon enough. Now, we probably really want to get this mining out of the way, because our tools and, frankly, our armor are looking quite the worse for wear. So it would be best to replace them sooner so we don't risk them breaking in the middle of one of our other tasks where they might be needed. Now, we do have 5 diamonds, which is enough to make another pickaxe, an axe, or I could make a helmet. I don't know what would be the best. Frankly, the helmet has lasted so long that I think it might be a better investment to make one of those. Do I have my flint and steel? Yes, I do. I'm actually going to take my diamonds out of my inventory because I do not want to risk totally blowing them up by doing this rather dangerous form of mining. Whoops, I tried to eat food and I almost lit the grass on fire. Don't get those confused. It would not end well. Let's just go down here. We'll pick whatever direction we choose. We'll just go into whatever cave, or maybe we'll just go to the end and we'll just try and mine forward. We have 12 pieces of TNT, so we have plenty of opportunities to experiment. Now, we are on the level of diamonds, 13. I think they might tend to spawn a little bit below this, but I'm sure the TNT will blast away some of the floor anyway. I think we're going to go more towards the end, because this is definitely the less explored passageways. I mean, there is a mine shaft over here, I think, but we haven't really put as much time into this end part as we have the front sections. I think there was something there. I don't recall what it was. I just want to avoid blowing up these rails if possible. Let's just go all the way down here. This is where our railway ends, at least for now. Opens up into a cave. The cave, this ravine, could be a good place to start our operations from. You know, I think we are actually going to try that. Let's do this, light it, and then run away. Hopefully that reveals something. Well, it didn't blow up as much as I hoped it would. It was very concentrated, but it did not in fact reveal anything, at least not yet. Maybe I need to place it out in the open. So we'll take this torch out, put one there. Now this one we're probably going to really want to run away for. That seemed better. Still didn't quite reveal anything, but it did look like it had a bigger explosion radius. So maybe we will dig a little bit this way. It looks like it needs space on all sides, so let's just dig a little cavity out for this TNT. And light it off to the side here, see if it reveals anything. This is going to be a lot of experimentation. That comic smoke effect was pretty nice. I mean, it revealed some redstone, but not much else other than that. You know what? Let's just immediately start right off of this. See if this gets us anywhere. I like the smoke effects going around the corner. That's pretty good. Just more redstone, it looks like. Nothing really of note quite yet. I'm sure we'll find something. It just might take some time. And who knows, maybe this direction will just end up being fruitless anyway. We'll just go until we run out of TNT, I think, because we can always make more. That one we actually got to watch. Well, we blew into water, which is actually a little unfortunate. I want to cover that, because water will make our entire operation a lot more difficult. Let's put it in the corner here. See if corner mining is any better. This is going to result in a lot of weird, like, chamber construction. Oh, good, there's lava. And obsidian. Okay, well, we've definitely broken into something that I don't think I've seen before. because it's clear that there is some sort of lava formation here. My pickaxe is not happy right now, but okay, this is quite literally nothing. So we will just leave that alone for now, I think. I think we probably found all we could out of that particular area. So let's start going a different direction. See if this reveals anything. Okay. This area must just not be very lucrative, I guess. And that's okay. It's just like we're gonna have to figure out where the best place is to start this. Of course, diamonds are infrequent enough as is that it's probably just gonna take time anyway. And frankly, this may not work at all. I mean, it doesn't seem to be, and we've already wasted over half our TNT. But you never know what you can find. I'll do it in this gravel. I know gravel is much more easily destructed. And it revealed, once again, not much. I'll just keep going this way. I'm just going on these guesses, and I'm not sure if they're going to be good or not. I mean, we definitely we're revealing something. Nothing much of use yet, but we are revealing resources. Gold and redstone I don't quite need right now. They do give me experience, though, which is a nice benefit. I don't think there is going to be anything this way. And I don't know if this cave is going to offer us anything in terms of resources that we don't already have. We just really need these diamonds. We're really banking a lot on our ability to get these diamonds. Yes, it would be much better to put it in types of blocks that blow up a lot easier, because then we can mine a lot more effectively. So we'll do that one for our last piece of TNT. See if we can see anything in there. And the answer is no. Well, that was just totally ineffective. We do at least have enough diamonds that we can make a pickaxe, which is the main big tool that we're going to need for all of our everything, really. Oh, and of course, the moment I try to start manually mining, I am intercepted by gravel. Every single time. Just dig around it. The game just really wants me to use a shovel. Gravel beneath me always makes me a little bit nervous because I'm afraid of it like falling out and leading me right into lava. I know it can happen. I don't know if it's happened to me personally, but I've definitely seen it occur. Not really seeing much, unfortunately. We're looking for that bright blue glow. Not really glow, but like... it's so alluring it might as well give off its own luminescence. I don't really see anything. I mean, of course, this is always very hit or miss, this style of mining where you're just going in a straight line. Because you never know, there could be diamonds right above you, right below you, right to your left or to your right. And you wouldn't know because you're just in one corridor and you're hoping to run into them directly in front of you. Not really seeing that. Suppose I could ask everyone how they're doing at this moment, since the action is sort of winded down from the beginning. As ever, I hope well. I've been doing fairly well, other than the busyness that I briefly mentioned in the sort of update video that came out a week ago. Nothing like major. School hasn't started yet. Still waiting on that, really. But I have still been getting a little more active, at least since work has stopped. That was not diamonds, that's gold. Got excited for a second, but then I realized I was looking at yellow, not blue. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to be a little bit more free when work was done, but I suppose that there was always going to be something that showed up at least. So, I don't know. I think it's nice to have something to occupy my brain anyway, because just being bored for a month did not sound particularly fun, and it wasn't really for the first week. But whatever the case, I'll definitely have more stuff to do in the coming weeks. Getting started with school and all that, and all the other preparatory stuff I'm going to have to end up doing. Fun times. In short, fun times. You know, I enjoy it. But I know there's some people who don't like school as much as I do, and that's okay. You know, I just find it to be... I like having something to occupy my brain. I hear lava. I don't know where it is, but I do hear it. I am really tunneling in a very, like, chaotic manner. There's no real methodology to the way I'm tunneling. I'm just sort of digging until I hopefully find something, maybe. As you can see by the lack of payout, that method is not exactly working in my favor. I'm sure that there are definitely better ways to do this, and I think the way that we were doing it previously with the 3x3 tunnel was actually working quite a bit better, because of course it reveals more resources. I just want to see if I can find literally anything, and I think that the answer is inevitably no. So we're just gonna have to give this up for now, as ever. I know this isn't great content. I try to avoid this kind of stuff, but it's gonna have to happen eventually since I like to capture everything I do on camera. So there's some times where it's just gonna be this for 5-10 minutes. And if it pays out with nothing, that's just how it has to go sometimes. This is really chaotic and crazy. And eventually it'll lead us back to where we came in. Here, okay. Yeah, really nothing in terms of resources that we found. I am being pursued by a skeleton. Let's just run back home, why don't we? This hallway looks very strange with the lowered render distance and how I constructed it. It's like I can see a vague something at the end, but I know it's probably not even loaded in, frankly. It'll be like a scary face and it'll start going towards me. And then it'll be like, oh no. I didn't know Minecraft was a horror game. Sometimes it feels like it with the scary noises that come every once in a while, and monsters like to sneak up on you, catch you by surprise. Not a true horror game, of course. I mean, there are parts of it that I enjoy because they're nice and relaxing. The building parts, the creative mode, I like it all. But there are some times where it does feel a little bit unnerving. I think that's just part of the experience, really, or maybe just my paranoia. Not quite sure. Regardless, we made it back up. We did not find a single diamond, but that's fine, really, because we do have enough diamonds to at least replace one of our major tools, which is really the important part. Like the armor we can replace with iron and it won't be that big of a deal. I need to put away all this ore that I got. I'll smelt that later. I've just got too much garbage right now to really effectively organize. Monster loot goes up here. I also have random other things like flint that I got from the gravel, presumably. And flint goes in here. And I think that that's all the stuff that I need to put away. Now I just need to grab my diamonds. If I could use emeralds, that would have been great, but I don't think you can. Do I have sticks? Well, I don't have sticks, but I most certainly have wood. So, we can make sticks. Now, I would love to use our brand new level 30 enchantment. Wow, I just totally forgot a vital step of that process. There, that's better. Just use whole planks of wood as the handle of my pickaxe, and the sticks don't go in there. I am all over the place today. This wouldn't typically happen, but I guess my brain is just sort of like trying to manage a bunch of things at once. Hello. That's why we have the iron doors installed. I need to get more experience, I think, is the general rule, because I want to use that new level 30 enchantment that we got. And we're at 28 right now, so we need to do a little... Excuse me, wow, that was crazy. We need to do a little bit more mining and exploration to get our levels up. Really, I want to do the nether right now because I know that it's going to be long, arduous, and very dangerous, but I need a full pickaxe for that. And while I have one, I would prefer it enchanted. So we are going to have to somehow get a lot of experience very quickly. What can we do to do that? We should probably go out and harvest all the saplings that may have dropped. I don't know if they're going to be still out here, but at least the trees are gone, so we will be able to replant. Yeah, looks like... Oh, there's a few over here, okay. Most all the leaves are gone anyway. So we can grab all this. I should also make jack-o'-lanterns at some point, because I know that's something you can do. And I know that very soon we are going to be encroaching on the month of October, for which they are going to be an incredibly fitting decoration. So we could either prep for Halloween incredibly early, or we could leave that until October hits. I think, frankly, I've decided on the latter. What can I do? I wonder if shearing sheep. I know that, oh, you're right, you can feed animals and make them have babies, and then that will give you experience. So I think that we will actually do that. We'll just go in for our cows and get a whole new generation going. I don't think we're quite ready to kill a bunch of them yet. I'll save that for later, probably, because from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like we have quite enough for me to want to do that. Where's our farm goods? There it is. I'll just grab all of our wheat. That seems like a better idea, really. Because I do want to feed the sheep as well. Alright, our 10 saplings also need to go in here? Is it here? No, it's here. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I know sneezing on camera is unprofessional, but sometimes I can't help it. I could cut it out, but there's literally no point. It's half a second. And I don't like holding in my sneezes. It feels uncomfortable. Whatever. I'm sure you understand. Alright, I should wait until... Do not have the flint and steel in your hand. This is all made of very flammable material. And I imagine the cows are also made of flammable material. I can't say that word, flammable. I've always had difficulty saying that kind of word, where there's a lot of similarly sounding letters right next to each other. My mouth just like totally messes it up every time. That's okay. It's just how it is with certain words for me. I think that's all of them. Well, at least most all of them. And that actually got us up to the next level that we need to be at. Combine those. So we just need one more. Whoops. Okay, well. One to the cause. Didn't. Oh, yeah, you did drop experience. Okay. Just like, I don't want them to be all over the place. And that fence gate system, it's always going to be a little bit iffy because you have to be quick and you have to be lucky. Kill you. I know killing things gives me experience too, so I wanted to kill more monsters, but there weren't many of them around, really, especially not during the height of daytime. Now, what I wonder is, I don't think shearing sheep gives you experience. I think that's one of the things that doesn't. I don't know, because I haven't really attempted it. But from what I recall of the previous times I've done it, I don't think it gives you experience. Seems like I'm not getting a lot from this either. I'm getting a bit, but not quite enough for what I need. Oh, well, there's a little bit more. We are close to level 30. We just need to get to the bare minimum of level 30. You know, what else gives us experience in this game? I know smelting things, but we don't really have much to smelt, frankly. Brewing, but I don't really have any potions I want to make currently. You know what? I may kill a few sheep, because, frankly, I haven't done that yet, and I have a lot of black sheep. I don't know if I need that much black wool necessarily. I mean, it's still a resource I'm going to end up using. But I don't know. I just want to get some form of experience, and this seems easy enough. And we are almost there. One more. That should be good. There we go. And with the big special twinkle, we are now finally able to go and enchant our new pickaxe. Up to level 30. I don't know if that's maximum. All I know is it's more than we were getting. And more is probably good. I think having the flint and steel in my inventory is a dangerous tool to have. I mean, I've been doing it for a while. Yes, I'll give you a treat. Hello, Doggy Winkle, and your cat Twinkle. You two seem to be getting on quite well. Let's do 30. Unbreaking 3 and Silk Touch 1. Okay. I mean, Unbreaking 3 is nice. It doesn't have efficiency, which is the thing that I really like on my other pickaxes, but who knows? Maybe Silk Touch is a better thing. Let's just temporarily put away all this stuff. We will organize it later, as I always say. I know you can combine these. You can combine them in the anvil, and that takes levels, but you can just combine them here, right? Oh yeah, you can. I may as well just do that to have a spare pickaxe with more durability. Also, I have an extra bow that I don't remember getting. Well, I think frankly now, with our new pickaxe, we will probably be good to go ahead for our nether adventure. My plan for doing this is going to be... We've been going in one direction for a very long time now, and because we went so far in that direction earlier on in the series, my thinking is that to discover the new stuff, we had to travel a lot further out because it was not rendered yet. So, but we haven't really traveled that far in any other direction. So my thinking here is that if we choose a different direction to go, say the opposite of the one we've been going in, and travel that way, it's going to take a lot less distance to find the new material, and maybe with it, magma cubes will spawn more frequently. Whatever the case, I think we should get going. Now, we of course need to find where our tunnel was. I think it was in here. So that is the direction that we went previously. So now, I think I want to initiate a new tunnel, and I want it to be going this direction. Because I don't think that we've explored much of anything this way yet. Of course, this will not be anywhere near as fast as our previous pickaxes, which were just absolutely shredding through this like it was nothing. However, this one will probably last quite a bit longer because this has the strongest unbreaking of any pickaxe that I've seen yet. And here we are in what could potentially be a new area. I mean, maybe not new, but very much near the new areas that we need to be at. I will leave a more clear trail of torches for our travels here. Looks like we're probably going to want to go down this way. It looks like we've immediately hit an impasse at a giant lake of lava before us, which is not exactly ideal, and this is even less ideal. I don't even want to be up here, really. So we are either going to have to find a way to get down, or we're going to have to travel sideways for a while, until we can find some way to traverse forward along the ground level. Right, I should also make note of the coordinates that this is at. I will actually type it out in chat, because I really don't want to miss it. I just want to at least have some clearance, because we haven't explored this way. We have, looks like, negative 85, 79, and negative 158. Good enough for me. So now, this direction actually looks a lot easier to traverse. At least it has a little bit friendlier terrain for this part. I don't know how it's going to be afterwards, but this area at least looks semi-doable from the angle that we're at. Oh yeah, this looks much better. I'm probably going to have to be fairly reserving with my torches at this point, because we don't have very many. So we are probably going to choose to mark our way with cobblestone instead. I mean, we're already sort of doing so right now, and that's why I grabbed so many stacks. That's good enough for me. Build a little staircase up there. Now, will this lead us anywhere we need to go? That looks ideal. I think we want to go down there. So we are just going to very liberally use this cobblestone. Go down here. And hopefully we will find something. The ideal event would be finding some sort of anything. That gas is going to be an issue. Unless I can somehow manage to hit it. Nope, it left. Okay, great. So we're looking for either... Ideally, we find magma cubes. Just a bunch of them hopping around. These big flat areas seem like a prime place for them to be spawning. I don't know exactly what their spawn criteria are, or if they have any in specific. What I do know is that they are rather uncommon. So, we may have to be walking for a while. As we learned last episode, oh, there's one. I see one. Do I? No, that's just darkened netherrack because there's in a weird shadow. Well, I got excited for no reason. That happens sometimes. The lighting in this game can tend to be a bit weird. It really did look like one from initial first glance, but I was proven very wrong very quickly. Make our way up here. Trying to be quick about this. In the process, probably running into some unnecessarily dangerous passageways. We're definitely in a new area because I'm seeing the nether quartz spawning. Which is probably what we want, because it definitely means we've never been here before. Just place these, so we hopefully don't get lost. I almost got tricked by those again, but no, it's just weird lighting. Once more. There is no clear path to get over there, so we are going to have to make one, which is the kind of unnerving. I am holding shift as hard as I possibly can. If my finger, like, has a weird muscle twitch and I let go, okay, we're good. We're safe now. It's always unnerving doing that kind of stuff, because I never know what potential consequences could lurk right around the corner. There could be a ghast ready to shoot a fireball at me, or there could be, I don't know, I could have a weird thing with my hand where I just totally mess up for no reason. It's not unlikely. There's one. But it's in the lava. Come over here. Can I, like, make it come over near me? Yes, I can, actually. Oh, there's one of the fortress things. Please come over here. Thank you. Now, please drop me stuff. I'm gonna get you way out in here, actually, because I know my sword has knockback. You know what? I want to get behind you, actually, to make sure that I don't knock you off. There we go. There we go. Yes, we got 2. Do the little ones drop any? Well, they definitely drop experience, that's for sure. It seems like maybe only the mid-sized ones actually drop anything. But we did get 2 of them. That is really good, actually. There's another fortress over there, but it looks rather inaccessible from pretty much all angles except maybe the top. I mean, it looks like we were going to have to go up anyway, so we may as well. But we got the resource we came here for. We got it. There's actually now, as I'm remembering, one thing that I think would be incredibly useful for us to have in this current moment, and that is something called an ender chest. It requires some high-level resources that we have not yet crafted yet, but I know we can do it. I know we have the necessary components. And from what I know of it, okay, here we go. We got into this. From what I know of it, it's essentially just a chest that you can put things into, but then the thing that's... How do I even explain it? It maintains whatever you put in the chest, no matter which ender chest you're opening. So it's like a universal inventory, which sounds incredibly useful, especially if we could put it down in here and then have another one at home, so we could have a way to just quick deposit resources so we wouldn't end up losing them in a rather haphazard incident. It would be just a nice way to secure resources for myself. This doesn't look like it's yielding me much, but I do want to explore this at least to see if there's anything of worth. Being, of course, incredibly careful as always, because this place is nothing short of dangerous. This area looks a lot more navigable. Not really seeing anything too interesting so far. I mean, there's plenty of quartz, which is nice to see, but It's nothing I need. Oh, glowstone is another thing I should definitely focus on grabbing. Because I always need glowstone. For whatever reason. It's just a resource that I always end up wanting and I always end up needing. And so it's going to be a good idea if it presents itself to us to grab just a ton of it. Like if it spawns in one of these inside caves. That area up there looks interesting. I think we should go up here. Wait, we were just up here. Never mind. We were literally standing there not 30 seconds ago. So, disregard what I just did. These usually lead us outside, if I recall correctly. Well, there's lava. Yes, we have gotten outside. Do we see anything? I mean, this is definitely a more expansive version of the castle. We are probably going to want to go towards that area over there, because that is going to lead us to new terrain. Hello. Get out of here. Oops. Okay. So we probably want to go this way. This looks a little bit more ideal towards the direction we want to be going. Of course, it leads us directly into a wall, but the wall is breakable. Frankly, I don't think this is going to lead us out onto a perfect ledge from which we can just walk off and immediately start exploring again. We're going to have to make our own way, I think. I don't know how high up we are either. I know we were definitely high up enough to be on the higher cliffs as opposed to the lower, like, plain areas. Plateaus, rather. But yeah, I don't even know if this is going to end up putting us out anywhere. Gotta be careful about paying attention, because one wrong move with this pickaxe and one wrong step could send us plummeting into a giant lake of lava, which we've had deadly experiences with previously. Once, of course, but it has happened. You know what, I think I am going to start digging down, because I know we're really high up. And I know that eventually when we dig down, we will come across some sort of opening. I'm going to be very observant of everything beneath me. Well, there's quartz. Yeah, let's just dig down this way. There we go. Okay. That's what I want to see. Ah, okay. So we are at one of the sort of lower levels. Now we have two options here. We could either dig over to an area where we can naturally leave. We can bridge, of course, as well. I think I'm going to bridge, actually, because it doesn't look like this connects to anything, at least not easily. Yeah, we'll do this. Bridge out here. Drop down. This should be fairly easy to see even from a distance. There we go. Plenty of quartz. I don't know that we necessarily need quartz right now. I guess we'll just continue heading this way. Really what I should have done, probably, is brought the materials to make another portal. Because I think that might have been a nicer play to also have a portal that goes in a different direction. Because I know that towards where we came from in the normal world, like towards our spawn point, there's definitely stuff in the other direction. But of course, traveling that way just takes a lot of time. There is plenty of structures over here, but I just find these ones not particularly useful. They don't really have anything in them. They're just kind of a big place for sort of different monsters to spawn. Different scary monsters, including the blazes and wither skeletons. Really, at this point, we're just looking for maybe a few more magma cubes. 2 magma cream, though, will let us make 6 fire resistance potions, which is rather nice. That sounds like something that is going to be incredibly useful, especially traversing here. Because, of course, being the lava dimension, really, we need to exercise extreme caution anyway, so having some of that caution taken away and just being able to, like, walk through fire and lava like it's nothing will give us quite a bit of relief from the typical stress that I experience traveling here. I mean, even right now, it's a bit intense. Even though we're just on a flat plateau and we're not being attacked by anything. It's like, boy, I wonder if this next step is going to send me plummeting. Wow, my computer is having a struggle. I don't know if you just saw that, but I am having frame drops like crazy. I assume it's because I'm rendering so much new terrain. This area I have most certainly never been in. That looks like rather easily obtainable glowstone. Never mind. That was, that turned out to be a massive lie, actually. It seems like we've hit kind of a dead end here, actually. You know what, honestly? Because I've gotten the resource that I came here for, and the game is lagging horribly, I swear that's not a product of my computer. My computer can run this game no problem. At least on the settings that I'm using. Yeah, I guess we should leave, because this is totally a dead end. My computer usually doesn't have issues with this game, because it's capable enough, it runs it on the graphic settings I have, and it usually doesn't experience any frame drops at all. It gets a little loud, but whatever. I guess this is the one example where it actually is struggling a bit, rendering so much new game, I guess. So, I mean, it's expected, really. It's not that big of a surprise to me, because I'm going so far and I'm seeing so much new stuff that, of course, I'm going to experience at least a little bit of lag. But I just wasn't expecting those big of lag spikes. Well, I don't know. I don't really expect anything in this place. Don't really know what to expect. So we need to go back up. I think it was this way. I could be totally wrong. I think I was totally wrong, but hey, we did find glowstone. And this looks so much easier to grab. Of course, my game volume in my headphones is rather low, so if there are any slime sounds that are currently happening as a result of a magma cube, I might not hear them. I like to run my game volume rather low because, well, A, I have rather sensitive ears, and B, I don't want it to feed back into the microphone. So I typically run it rather quiet so that there is almost no trace of it, and after I do like noise reduction and whatnot, it's not audible at all. I don't know, I just like, it's less work for me, and it's less overwhelming, I think. These glowstones are very fortunately placed. I see even one down over there that I'm probably going to harvest as well. But clearly I didn't go the right way. That's no real bother. I can just go back and travel in one of the other directions, and I will most definitely find my way back. But I might as well take advantage of the resources I was given while I'm here, because there's lots of them, and I've been talking about just doing a glowstone run. Well, here we go, I suppose. It's nice to just get it done now. While we're here. We did successfully finally get the stupid resource that I've been after. Not much of it. I would have preferred more, but it's acceptable, and I'm not going to complain about it. Except for the little bit right there, where I just complained about not having enough. Ignore that. Besides that, it's totally fine. Must not have been this way. Potentially, because this is where I just was. Oh, it's, is this where I was? No, this is gravel. Well, in any case, there is a ghast right there that I can rather easily take care of. Wow. That was nice. Fancy stuff. It's not this way, is it? I totally just got lost. Oh, I'm really good at this, by the way. It's the other direction, I know, but like, there's so much stuff here, and it's so easily traversable that I want to take advantage of it while I can. Hello, other gas. You know what? I'm dealing with you too. Right, you can hit their fireballs, and if you're very lucky, you can hit it back. What if they drop anything? I mean, I've asked this question before, but I never quite know, because they never really float over places where I can easily attack them. Anything? Doesn't look like it. My face is itchy. That's a new thing. Yeah, this is most definitely not the way I'm supposed to be going, but I just wanted to look around. It seemed interesting enough. So, from the place I came from, I either came from up, or I came from the, whatever direction that would be. It would be right side since we're coming back. So the last place I saw cobblestone was here. So it must be this way. It must be this way. Yeah, there it is. Okay. It was right over here. I just totally missed it because I guess I got very lucky with a very flat area that was readily accessible. So I just wanted to have a little bit of exploration. Go this way. Not falling into lava in the process. That's something that we want to try and avoid. We need to go that way. Right, eventually we will find a strange staircase thing that leads us back up to the castle that we were in. And that's the place where we need to go back to get more in the direction we need to be. Yeah, this cobblestone, awfully helpful. It's honestly a lot more noticeable than torches because not only is it gray, which is kind of a standout color in the nether, it's much larger and like more obstructive. So you see it and you think that is most definitely not placed there by the game. So I think we're going to continue to use that method to navigate this place. There's our staircase. There's further reaches to explore. Oh, well, not yet. I'm currently being bombarded. There we go. Yeah, I'm just looking around for magma cubes, if any spawn. They don't seem to like spawning very frequently. That one, I got very lucky that one spawned. It seems like they just have way lower spawn rates than almost any other monster here. I mean, of course, it seems like some are definitely dependent on those castles to spawn, like the blazes and wither skeletons. But besides that, it seems like magma cubes honestly might be the rarest monster in the nether. Which means that my quest for fire resistance potions is going to be a long and arduous one. Of course, on the contrary, we got magma cream, which is exactly what we needed. And we got 2 of them. So 6 fire resistance potions, I think they have a max of 8 minutes each. And that is just fantastic. Really. Oh, there's no point in doing that. Excuse me. I should take a sip of my drink while I'm here. Okay. That's better. Delicious, delicious coffee. Drinking coffee rather late in the day, but that's fine. I mean, of course, since I'm not really doing much anyway. Hello. Grab whatever you have. Oh, hello. You just, like, came out of nowhere. Is that coal? You dropped me coal. Okay. So we need to find our way out. It's most definitely not here. I think it was... I remembered sort of where we came in. It was this way, right across the lava. As ever, being careful not to accidentally take a dip in it, which was a regretful decision made by me earlier on. I mean, it wasn't really a decision. It was just kind of an action that was forced upon me. I think this is how we got in. Get out of here. Ow. Well, I got denied. That arrow got denied, too. Like, what was that? Just impacted off your face? Not even remotely fair. Is this really where we came in? I don't think it is. I think I would recognize it, so it must be somewhere else. It must be over here, then. Because I know we came in from sort of like a much more accessible area. Hello, all of you. What are you all doing here? Just having a party waiting for me? Give me your stuff. I'll just knock you off the edge. How about that? I totally annihilated that one. This is where we need to be. Okay. Might as well use this nether rack since it's in our hotbar. So this is where we came in. Now it's all about finding the cobblestone path that we originally constructed. This might have been pre-cobblestone. This might have been when we were using torches. Nope, most certainly not. How did I get up here, though? Oh, right, I pillared up, sort of. Whatever it happened to do. It looks like I just built a giant pole straight up here. So let's go back home, why don't we? Because I know that at this point we're not far. At least, not that far. Well, we're definitely still a new generation terrain. Alright, we went up and around this big lava. I think this was our first major obstacle. I don't quite recall. It has been a minute since we were over here. I'm trying to be so, like, professional and, like, MLG, but it's not really working very well. Not really. God, I was about to say a very stupid thing. I sort of prevented myself, I guess. Where did I come from? I must have been down here. Yeah, I assume it was... No, it can't have been down here. Unless it came from over there, which I don't recall doing. So I think I went up here. I must have been over this hill, so I must have gone around this lava as well. Or over it. Did I? I think I came from over on the other side, but... I don't know, this is all a bit blurry to me. There's plenty of, soul sand. I think this has to be where I came from. Ouch. I mean... I guess I could just refer to the coordinates. We're at 47, 50, 412. We're actually pretty close. We just need to keep going this way for quite a few hundred blocks, actually. It must have been across this plateau. I do remember traversing this. There's just nothing here. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this is old generation because there's just no resources whatsoever. Barren, really. We will eventually find where we came. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I guess I just didn't leave any markers across, like, probably the place where I should have left the most. The big open field that has no, like, discerning markers at all. Okay, well, this looks... This looks well constructed over here. Oh, yeah, this is my, one of my first staircases that I built, because I think this is near where we came out. It should be just up over this hill, if I'm recalling correctly. Or somewhere over here, we should be able to find our initial entrance, which I think is right there. Wonderful. Smelling something good in the house right now. I think someone is roasting garlic, which is rather enticing to the nostrils, I'd say. So, it's nice to have a nice smell. I mean, I think there's different categories of nice smells. There's like a nice smell when cooking, and then there's a nice smell where it's like a fragrance. Like when you're using a candle, that's a very distinctly different nice smell than the smell of cooking a meal. Whatever the case, I enjoy it. And good news, at least a little bit of it, we can finally cross that stupid magma cream goal off of our list of things to do. I mean, of course, ideally, we would have more, but we didn't really have an ideal situation regardless, because the nether is so difficult to predict and traverse anyway. Do that, put those in there. This is going to end up giving us 61, which is rather a lot. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it will supplement the work that we need to do with it, probably for the next little while. So nether stuff, this is where our nether rack goes. And apparently I got a single piece of nether quartz ore, which is a little strange. Oh, we actually had quite a bit of glowstone left. So, rather conveniently, we now have over a stack, which is pretty wonderful. I guess I'll put the glowstone dust in here as well. And I would put the magma cream in here, but I have plans for that pretty much immediately, so we are going to reserve that. I want to put these bones away, because we got a few of those somehow. Alright, there were skeletons. Now I'm remembering. Put these melons in our hotbar. I might as well just have a snack while we're here. Now, I don't think we have any spare glass bottles, but no worry. We have so much glass. I will make 6 of them, because that's how many we're going to end up needing. Yeah, I have so much glass, it's not even really funny. Like a comical amount of glass. I know we have nether wart down in the brewing station, and other than that, I think we have everything we need. I think it's... I don't remember which kind of dust it is to lengthen it. I think that might be glowstone dust. And I'm pretty certain that we have some down there. You know what? You two can join me for this. I'll just let you wander around the house a bit while we're here. Nothing much to harm you in here. So yes, we have that and that. To start with, we need to make awkward potions. Just hanging out up here. Oh yeah. Hello. Hello, Twinkle. Doggy Winkle has started exploring the furniture that I've installed. You know, fair enough. I'll let Doggy Winkle be a furniture dog. So, there's our awkward potion. I think we just need to put the magma cream in. Yes. And then that should hopefully brew into a fire resistance potion. If I remember this correctly, if it just ends up giving me, like poison, I will be a little bit irked. I won't be exactly the happiest on realizing that. Good. Okay, great. Fantastic. It's not glowstone, it's redstone. Okay, redstone is the one that right, I have a convenient chart right there that I totally neglected to look at. How could I do this to myself? I gave myself the resources to remember, and I didn't even look at it. Hello, Doggy Winkle. Yes, I know you're pointing it out. Please. It's embarrassing. Well, now we know, and now I probably won't forget. We're just going to make all of these into 8-minute fire resistance potions. That is awesome. That is wonderful. This is like the most excited I've ever been for a set of potions for a while. Because while regeneration and strength are awfully nice, fire resistance is one of the first ones where I feel that it's going to be almost totally essential. Especially for some of the things that we need to do. Like, for further nether explorations, we're going to need fire resistance, and having the ability to just tackle that without any worries of burning, it's going to completely nullify some enemies as well, like the blazes that shoot fireballs. They're just not going to be even a bother. I mean, they'll probably still, like, hurt, but it won't... the fire is the big issue, and that's the thing that was always worrisome to me. So it's such a nice relief to have that burden taken away. Wonderful. Well, I know that we spent quite a bit of time on that. I know that we spent quite a bit of time in the nether and down in the mines, and we didn't really get a huge amount done. But now we can actually start initiating construction. Now, ideally, frankly, I probably want to get started on the big actual construction project, the multi-layered thing in the middle, before I'm just gonna put you back sitting down because I don't want you to accidentally stumble off something out there, and then, you know what, you can sit on the chair. That seems like a good throne for you. I want to get this started. At the very least, I want to get its bare bones laid out. And to do that, I think this is going to end up being an oak wood structure, which I have a few, as in, I think that this and the fish house and the little walkway over there are the only ones that are currently made out of oak, but we have such an expansive oak forest, not only over in our own grotto, but behind us over here, that I think choosing to make it out of oak would be just a lot better of a decision. What was I looking for in here? Right, I was looking for saplings, because I want to replant And then I'm going to go grab as much oak wood as I possibly can, and I need to go get more fences. I think I have a few in storage, but we're going to have to end up making just a ton. Because this is going to be mostly supported by fences. I could do fences, or I could do planks or logs. It is a larger structure. I think I want to do a combination of fences and planks in terms of like the aesthetic of support. You'll see what I mean. It's hard to articulate exactly what I want to get out of this without just showing it to you, but unfortunately, I don't have any way to sort of like draft it out in Minecraft, at least not one that I know of. No like way to draw it. It'd be nice if I could, but I don't think that that's something that I have readily available currently. And that's okay. It's just, it's hard to communicate exactly what I want. Whatever the case, let's chop down a bunch of these. I will leave a few, but a lot of these are just going to be committed back into the structure. Now, I could make a very resource-heavy maneuver and attempt to build all of the main platform, at least the perimeter, out of logs. Or I could do the resource-light method of using planks. I am far more interested in doing the latter because my main house is built all out of logs, and that is always such a big deal to get done. I mean, it's also partly because it is spruce logs, but I just want a project that isn't as intense in terms of having to go out and gather a bunch of resources that are just, they take a lot of time to get, and even more time to get a lot of. So I think I want to do planks, namely because I also have quite a few just lying around anyway. I have 2 stacks already and some remaining logs. And if I turn these into planks, then I will have just a hair over 4 stacks. And by just a hair, I mean 4.5. Which should be plenty to get started. I now need to go check for fences. If anything, we probably have very few, if any at all. We're going to have to end up making a ton of sticks to craft a bunch. But, of course, since we're working with just so much wood anyway, it won't really be that huge of a deal. It honestly doesn't look like we have much at all. Okay, well, we have 36, which is decent enough to get started, actually. What just happened there? That was weird. I have a particular way I want this to look. And, well, first of all, I want it to be square. I think I want a nice big square. Now, how will I get a square? I need to be mindful of the corner over here. I want to have at least a 1 block space. So I'm kind of restricted. Or I could make it not the square, and I could make it sort of conform to this. You know what? I think we will actually do that instead. We'll make it just a bit irregular shaped, but that's no big deal. Probably... What's the goal? I think I want to do it inset a little bit, because I think that would be better for actually building up. That was not correct at all. Oops. There we go. Okay, that's better. And now I think I want to build a border around the edge. It's going to be hard to articulate. I want the first level to have a fence around it, and I probably want all of them to have a fence around it, really, because I don't want to just be able to fall off. I should really just make a crafting table out here for this, because this is going to be a rather cool, thanks for the achievement I've gotten a million times. Yeah, I want to have the walls of every level be fence. I will just pour a hole. That was trapdoors. Oh no. I just made 20 trapdoors. That was not the maneuver. I totally just forgot what I was doing for a second. Well, there goes quite a bit of our wood, but we still haven't even tapped into the forest that is currently behind us. That was a bit silly. Whatever. Now we have 20 trapdoors for some point where we're going to need that. Well, whatever. Now I could leave this bottom floor as grass, and you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Because making it all wood planks is going to be... I mean, we're already doing all the upper levels on wood planks anyway. Okay, I think I want it to be too high. It's going to be a bit awkward because you can't jump on fences easily. I mean, maybe you can. Oh, that's better, actually. You just have to get sort of a hop up to it. And not fall off is the other thing that you need to not do. This is precarious. I've played games where it's like very parkour heavy, I was about to say. So I was about to say I'm used to this, and then I immediately got humbled. Whatever. I guess that there were worse instances for that. Oh my goodness. Come on. You know what? I'm putting that right there. Why didn't I put it down? I don't even know. Did I take it out? I don't remember what I was doing. That's a better move. Well, it's actually all the ones I need to put down. Okay, let's see if the amount of planks I have is enough to cover this entire first level. I don't think so, frankly. Because ideally we were supposed to have twice this much, but then I made 20 trapdoors. I'm sure that that's... I'm gonna look back at that and I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, you actually did that. It's because my brain, I was remembering the fence recipe, which was sticks in that form. But my brain skipped to the part where you need to make sticks. Oh well. I guess there's worse mistakes to make. I could have made something even more resource intensive. I don't know what that would have been, but... Okay, see, here's the situation, is that we used almost a full stack on just the perimeter. And filling in the whole area is going to be so much more than that. I mean, of course it's just going to be the case of we're going to have to go chop down more trees. That's just going to have to be the reality of the situation. And that's okay. It's just... whatever. We all make mistakes sometimes. I just happen to make quite a few of them. It actually wasn't the worst in terms of how much more I needed. I also want to... Okay, how I want to do this is I want to have a staircase. Like an actual nice looking staircase. Which we have 1 oak wood stairs. I could do stone. Stone stairs would be really easy because I have a comically large amount of cobblestone. Is that gravel? Of course I grabbed gravel. That's the dirt chest. I am all over the place today. There's the 3 stacks of cobblestone I needed. Just draw that out. I like how it is stair-shaped. That is nice. That will be way more than enough. So yeah, I guess I'll do stone, because stone is easy enough. And this should actually eliminate a lot of the neat... Come on. I was in the middle of saying something. Right, I also need to replace the flowers around my, front door. I'll do that in a second. So I actually do want it to be too wide. I don't know how many I'm gonna have to do to get up there. Okay, I have an idea of how this is gonna look in my head. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, like, look streamlined. I guess I could do the same thing I did for my roof over there, where I sort of stacked 2 of them on top of each other. Yeah, that should work. I mean, of course we could just leave it like this, but it looks a little strange, frankly. Yeah, that'll work handily. Put these back in. There we go. And that leaves us... Oh, that's just enough room, actually. That's actually perfect. So we can actually just leave that hole in there as part of it. Well, that's at least the first level done. I actually want to put this in a more permanent place. having a crafting table down here... Oh, I could just do a stone floor. That would be so much better for the bottom level. I'm going to do that instead, actually. Of course, I have far too many stairs for that, but... If I made the whole bottom floor out of stairs, I think that would make me just a little bit uncomfortable, really. Because that does not sound like it would look very nice. I'm going to grab a couple extra stacks. Cobblestone is just one of those things we're never going to run out of. Like, even with building this giant structure up here. Of course, because it was in a cliff wall, you just get all the stone back while digging it out. So it just infinitely feeds back into itself. I also want to build a staircase up to here. That'll be fine. I'll do that in a second. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was replacing the floor. Probably want to do all around the border too, because I think it would look nicer underneath as opposed to having a weird grass border around the outside. I'm liking the idea of this. I don't really know what purpose it will serve for us in terms of what we... I mean, we already have stuff that's very similar to this, of course. We have our cliff sort of storage facility. We have our house, of course. And we have things that are very similar to this, but I think it's just going to be a good thing for long term. Just having an area to do things. Like, we could use the levels of this to build really whatever we want. If we want to build, like, little display areas for decorative things that people suggest, then I think that that would be a good purpose for this place. In that regard, if anyone has any suggestions for things they'd like to see built, little small decorative things, feel free to let me know in the comments, and we may utilize this space as a sort of museum area almost. Just, of course, be mindful of my capabilities of what I can build in Minecraft with my limited selection of blocks and my limited selection of experience. But other than that, I'd be happy to build things. I mean, I want to build the star for myself, but I want to get you all involved as well. I think that that would be a fun thing that we could do. Shouldn't be bad. I think what I will do last for this first level, because besides building the path up here, this will pretty much be done for this first part. I think I just want to put fences around the top part. And then, of course, we will leave the room for the next staircase. But this will probably just be a thing where we, like, build a level every episode from here for, like, 5 or so until we get to a height that I feel is good. I mean, really, we're restricted by the world height, which I know is way higher than we currently are, so this could go on for a very long time. It just depends on how obstructive we really want it to look. That feels nice to me. I'm going to put the crafting table right here, actually, because having this outdoor crafting area is going to be very nice. Should definitely go get slabs. That's going to be inset. That's going to be just a flat. I wonder what the incline is here. So we need it to be from... I think if we do one set of slabs per level... Words are kind of failing me right now. Yeah, that should work. I'll just get the blocks placed right now. There we go. I need to go get more slabs. I'm sure I have just a ton of them somewhere, because that's one of the main things I use around here. I got 11 in here, but that's not quite enough. I'll just do 5. 41, that should be way too much, but I like having slabs just ready. How am I gonna do this? So that's a block, that's a slab, that's a block, that's a slab, that's a block. Guess that'll be a slab. This works out very nicely, actually. Block, slab, block, slab, block, slab. And that's really seamless, actually. Wonderful. We'll have to light it up, of course, but that's no big deal. What I actually want to try and do... What do I want to try and do? I have a particular idea for how I want this to be. That does work. You know what? I think we'll roll with that. That seems like it will function. And then we'll just need a few more of those. Just go get more planks, really. Assuming we have any sitting around in here, which would be awfully convenient. And we do. Wonderful. So where is the center of this? I know the center of this is here. So we're going to put one here. That's 5. Might as well just put one. That's evenly spaced, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. That has 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, it is. It is evenly spaced. Just had to do the math in my head. I haven't done math in a very long time, so... I mean, I know it's just basic addition, but even still, it tripped me up a little bit. Wow, I conveniently built the structure to where there are very easily centered things. I need to go make more torches, actually. So that will go there. Then this one would go... That's a little bit of an awkward placement, but... Oh, because that's not the right placement. Just totally blanked. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. So that wall will be a little bit... I could have just done glowstone, frankly. And I might. But I like the aesthetic of the torches. I need to go make more. Luckily, I have coal aplenty, and sticks are not going to be an issue with the current inventory state. Make, I don't know, 18, which is like a little bit over half, and then it'll give us just above a stack, which is probably plenty and far too much. There we go. And then with this, besides putting the fences on the top level, which I don't think we're going to have quite enough for, but we can make more sticks. That's going to conclude this one. I also want to place torches on the outside of these weird little block things. Yeah, put it there. Okay, I just need to go around the border. I also need to not forget this one, even though it's a bit weird, but it's fine. Put these in. And that should be the lighting pretty well solved for now. So now I just need to go up and put in all the fences for the next level. And that should be about it for this particular structure. And then I want to build that big star, and then I think we can just about call this episode there. We've been going on for quite a bit now, and I'm having a good time. Frankly, we may have been going on for a little bit longer than I wanted to. I should really check that. I just haven't yet. I'll do 10. That's may give us enough? I don't know. 12? Probably not. Definitely not. So I'm going to have to use all my remaining planks, probably. That's not a huge deal. Yeah, so it looks like we probably need about, I don't know, just all of it, really. That was a clean stack. That was very nice, actually. No overspill. It was just all perfectly portioned out. There we go. Put some temporary torches up here so mobs don't spawn. I totally missed a spot there. I don't know how I did that. And that should be just about it for this structure, at least. Don't know what its purpose is going to be yet. We'll figure it out in time. But that part of it is at least finished for now. Now, give me just 1 second. I actually want to check how much time we've been. Okay, so I did actually check the time that we're at, and we're going a little long. Well, we're not going long yet, but after finishing this project, we will most certainly be going long. But frankly, I do just want to build this star, and I have time at this point, so I might as well. I'm going to go ahead and do that, honestly. That sounds like a fun thing. Now, to do it, I could use a variety of different resources and blocks. I don't actually, why is the gravel there? It's supposed to be down there. That was a funny thing. Oh, I also have, I don't remember if it's 2 red flowers or 2 yellow flowers I need, but I have tons of them anyway, so where do fences go? They go in here. Right. And sticks go down here. Bones and saplings go over this way. Saplings are down this one. Alright, that's good enough. Now I just need to place those flowers back, and then we need to think about what we want to make the star out of. Ideally, I would have yellow wool. The yellow is kind of like, well, yellow and white. Depending on how much white wool we have, I may do that. Okay, it was that. There we go. Now our lawn is looking nice and well-gardened again. Yellow or white wool would be ideal for me, and frankly, we might have a lot of white wool. But I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough. We're probably gonna need at least a stack. We only have 8 white wool and 57 black wool. But we do have alternative options that are available to us. We could do wood. We could do sandstone, which may be the one I end up doing. I just want it to be some sort of light colored block that's either a white or an off-white. Quartz would also be another ideal block. You know what? I'll grab a little bit of glowstone because I may even make a glowing border around it. And then I'll fill it in with sandstone. I think that will be what I go for, actually. Smooth sandstone. Chiseled. Sure, why not? Just whatever I have the most of. And I will use that wall over there. Now, I have zero idea how to build a star in this game. It may be incredibly difficult, frankly. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure this out. Well, first of all, we need to go up here and fill this part in. Might as well just wall this off anyway, because we're here. Okay. Now I want to get a little bit further out at a distance so I can have an area to walk. I should have grabbed just a random whatever block. I'll probably grab like a stack of whatever from in my temp chest over here. Let's see what we can see. Dirt, that's fine. I want to place out the points of the star. This may end up not looking very nice because it seems like something that's going to be rather hard to build. I think we can do it. I think I can do it. I may be able to figure this out. Maybe like there. I just need to draw out the points first, of course. Of course, my star design is sort of rounded, but that's 3. 1, 2, 3. It's there, okay. 1, 2, 3. Is it this one? It was one up. Oops. Yeah, my star design is a little bit rounded, but I don't know that we're actually going to have the capability of doing a rounded star. I will try my best. It may just end up looking a little bit strange, but what can I do? Maybe here instead? No, that doesn't look right. Yeah, so I'll just have to... It's just gonna end up looking a little weird anyway, I think, but I'm doing my best here. I just want to have some sort of decoration. It needs to go down further and faster. Okay, from what I'm seeing, that doesn't look the worst. It needs to be pointier, I think, on the sides. That's what I think is throwing me off the most. It needs to go out one more, I think, because that will help it look... Ouch! That wasn't ideal. I know I'm wasting a lot of glowstone here by punching it out, but can't really do much to fix that. That feels better to me. That feels a far better. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's much better. I will go up there and fix the right side, and then I think we will be clear to fill it in. I just need to emulate what I just did. Break that, break that, break that. Alright. Now, theoretically, we can take more fall damage and probably break our armor even more in the process. We may have to go up there and actually retrieve the smooth sandstone from the back part. Ah. This is the worst at traversing this place. Yeah, I'll get this, because I can just fill this back in with dirt, because I need all of this that I can get. I know I can just make more sandstone with sand. And I may end up having to do that real quick before we leave here. Let's just see what we can get done with 50. I don't know why I'm focusing so hard on this. It's not too complicated. This part is literally just filling in a space. I don't know. I think we will be good, honestly. That's assuming I didn't totally forget anything. Do that, that. Grab all my awkward-looking dirt pillars, and my shovel's probably gonna break. My faithful diamond shovel that has given us plenty of good service. I appreciate it. It actually survived. That's impressive, I think. And I fell in a hole. Yeah. I like the look of that. It's a little bit, I mean, of course, the difficulties of designing shapes like this in Minecraft is always going to be a difficulty, but I like the look of that. And it gives some illumination to this wall, which I think was needed, because this wall was just kind of a mob spawning haven to begin with. Frankly, I like it. And it sort of gives a sense of brand to this place. Even more leaning into the, like, evil villain appearance of having a giant plastered outline of my face on the wall. And you know what? I think that's okay. Because now we can cross off both of these. Go put away all our various resources. And then we can call it a day. Of course, this episode will have a little bit more runtime than some previous ones. It's probably might even end up being the longest one. But I still hope you enjoyed. As always. I try to make my episodes enjoyable even if they have an astounding length. And I hope that I accomplish it. Put away this random piece of stone that I got. I also need to put away the dirt. And the sandstone goes off in this chest. No, it's this chest. I totally forgot where all of my stuff was. Alright. I think that's just about it for what we've accomplished today. So we did finally get our stupid fire resistance potions. It took rather a long time, 2 episodes, but finally did, and we got 6 of them, which will be rather helpful for doing a lot of things, including nether exploration. We felled a bunch of trees over there in order to build this center structure. We built our star over there, which I quite enjoy. And we actually leveled up our enchantment table to its, if not its full capability, at least a much stronger capability. Well, I think that just about concludes it for this episode. Alright. Well, I'd like to thank everybody very much for watching and enjoying the series. If you enjoyed this particular episode, feel free to press the like button, or even press the subscribe button on my channel if you want to catch the future episodes. I'm glad to see the support on the series, as always. I always appreciate the feedback and support that I get in the comments. I'm forever grateful. and I'm glad to be continuing it, even with the little gap that I had last week. Well, as always, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.